you all decide to. You are all told that you can investigate. You can go wherever you want. That you just must convince the robot detective before the sunrise of who did it, for there to be justice, and for all of you to live and get parts of the will. Now, where does everybody go?
I'm gonna say to Fransisca, I'm gonna say, "Excuse me, Groundskeeper. You're the only one that haven't interacted with currently, currently today, and everyone else I seem to have a negative interaction with. Would you like to investigate with me?"
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, how about the rest of you? You all want to investigate together?
Yeah,
It
I
probably
think
would be best if
together.
we're all in a big group, right?
See
be a
how I did
better
that? I
idea.
grouped us all together. Baxter, away.
Horatio's like, nah, I'm fucking staying here.
Okay, whatever, you stinky butthole. Just be like your dad. Just
Hey,
run around like your dad.
fuck you.
Well, you keep that pretty that pretty plaything of yours away from us.
Can
Just play with it.
I listen to the ball of yarn and see if I can hear anything inside it?
Yeah, you made an insight check a while ago, and it was a 1, so you cannot.
Oh, you're right. Did I do
Understand
that? I did do that. I did do
anything. Yeah.
that.
You
Okay.
still,
Well, I just assume it's a ball of yarn then.
yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Where would you all like to investigate first?
We should go look at the body and see if the doctor has anything to say.
Okay.
That'd be a good idea, yeah.
Yeah. So Horatio stays here, protecting his wife, because there's a murderer on the loose, and the everyone plus Colonel Ketchup joins all of you.
Okay.
As he is interested in what has happened as well, and would like that will money. All of you go into the room, and you see him still face first in mashed potatoes, and the elf is still
I pulled him out of the mashed potatoes, though.
Oh, he fell back in.
Good job, Doctor.
This everywhere is mashed potatoes, and like chandeliers on the table. There's mess everywhere.
All right. Prestidigitation to clean up.
I help.
Okay, it'll take a little bit, but yeah, you can do that.
Well, other people can ask questions while I do that. I'm still a butler. I need to keep things clean.
Doctor,
Sure.
do you know what has
Yeah.
happened yet?
Well, based on initial impressions, there was no outside things that attacked him. There's no flesh wounds. There's no blood. There's no broken bones. There's no bruises besides the one he got in his nose for falling in the mashed potatoes. And so it had to be something internal. So maybe something magical or something poisonous. Don't know what yet.
Do you think that this food that he's in could be poisoned?
Everyone ate the same food.
Does anyone here have...
Can I do an insight check to make
yeah.
sure that I think the doctor is telling the truth?
Sure. One person can do it with advantage since everyone is looking at her. But no one else can do it.
I'm not. I've only got a +1.
What is insight again? Wisdom?
Yeah.
I got +0.
I only got a 1 as well.
I've got -2.
Okay, so it's between me and Stelleto.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one.
Okay, all right. I'm going to do an insight check. Well, that's a 7.
You have advantage because everyone's helping you.
Oh, okay, yeah. And that's a 15.
Oh. Yeah, all of you know the doctor as someone who's always been here to help out the Baron. And it's a pretty nice paycheck for her. And so all of you assume that if something happened to the Baron, she would be out of a job. So she doesn't really have a motive to do that or lie to you. So she seems pretty honest. All of your interactions with her have been honest.
Did you know about the will?
She says, no, I know he had some crazy plan for it because he thought someone was going to murder him tonight. Didn't think it would happen.
Did he tell you who he thought he was going to be murdered by?
Everyone in this room?
All of us. He thought we all were going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say
And
that?
Horatio. Because all of you have motives too. At least that's what he thought.
What motives do we have? Everybody, what are our motives? What?
He didn't tell me. He didn't go into specifics.
I suggest to the group that we investigate the rooms of each of the suspects. If we have nothing to hide, we'll be in the clear.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems fair to me.
Sure.
That fam.
We could start with my quarters first.
Okay.
All right. You go to the quarters. I'll have everyone roll individual investigation checks.
Investigation is intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Would I roll investigation in my own quarters?
No, I guess not.
Oh.
I mean,
You
it's
got
a
a
small
2.
little closet, you know. It's a separate from all the other ones since I have to be in the household in case something happens.
That's a big 2 for me. So
I've got 17, y'all.
Ooh.
16.
We're doing pretty
See.
good, robot.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you, Harring, did you hide any stolen goods in your room?
No, I hid him in the servants' quarters.
All right. So, yeah, there's nothing in this room that seems suspicious or out of place. Besides, maybe it's too clean. But it's a butler.
too
room, so.
clean. But it's a butler.
I pride myself on my cleanliness. By the way, sir, you've crumpled up your outfit again. Let me fix that for you.
Thank you.
You always need to look your best.
I agree. You do always need to look your best with your very best vest in the very northwest. Excellent. Who
You're
should
looking
we
perfect,
investigate
sir.
next?
if you want to come to my place, I don't mind.
Cool gang.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say everyone investigates the rooms with those numbers, and nobody finds anything.
Oh, I didn't even roll for mine.
Yeah. Okay, you can roll, but no
Okay.
one would find anything.
Yeah,
Did you?
so-
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, besides what's obvious.
Yeah, I do have a cat, Baxter, just to let you know. So here's my room.
Yes, you do see a cat, Baxter, a real cat.
Baxter goes towards it and tries to touch it.
It hates other people, so it's up to you to try to.
But I am a cat.
If you are.
Yeah, make an animal handling check for that cat.
Which is animal handling again?
That's under wisdom there.
I'd like to cast Prejudicitation on Baxter's right arm jacket.
To
What
do
does that do?
what?
I'm gonna cast it so that I can. I'm gonna cast it so it's flavored of that of a Bess.
Oh, okay.
Here, kitty, kitty.
What did you get for your roll?
Oh, I didn't
Baxter?
roll. 10.
Okay. It bites your shoulder or your hand collar on your
I go.
shirt.
I hiss at it.
All right.
But if I can make his suit jacket.
Yeah. Colonel Ketchup separates you two. It's like, you should not talk to cats.
Why not? I love
You-
them.
They do not love you.
What?
Steve,
Are you trying to say that to me?
like,
Yes. So you move on to the next room. Fransisca, that you go into your room, you don't find anything of interest unless you want to point out something to them.
No, nothing in my room.
Okay, and then they go to your room, Baxter, and you find like hundreds of poopy paintings of the Baron. And
All right, this man is definitely the murderer.
Just because I draw poopy
100% a murderer's room.
because I draw poopy paintings of my uncle and him farting doesn't mean I wanted to kill him.
That's quite true. I mean, look at Baxter. He's somewhat of a simp. I mean, he couldn't have ever tried to kill his
I
uncle.
don't know what that word means, but yes, of course, Mr. Harring, I trust you inherently.
Exactly. He wouldn't have the strength nor the brain power to ever pull off anything to kill his uncle. Nor would he have the spine to go and do anything like that.
I'm not sure about brain power, but I agree. I'm definitely what you call a simp.
you see Colonel Ketchup open up one of your briefcases, and there's just a bunch of random cutlery and shit in there, and also like some cat pictures and some weird stuff like that. And he says, Baxter, what can you do with your magic enchantments?
Well, I can enchant objects and make... And I can enchant objects, essentially. Like my paintings where I enchant the cats to move in them. Or like with forks or cutlery where I enchant them and they can move and stuff. And emit light and make noises and, you know, just the usual.
Can you possibly kill someone with something like this?
Well, possibly, but it would need to be... I could frighten someone for sure. Are you saying, do you think, Colonel Ketchup, that I enchanted one of these cutleries to kill my uncle?
I am saying that is a possibility, no?
I want to look in the briefcase.
Could be true.
Okay. Everyone make perception rolls
14.
In this room.
With a +1, so 15.
15.
15.
Whoa, you guys are getting good.
10.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's average.
Baxter, what'd you get?
A perception of my own room?
Yeah.
Okay, what? 4, not 1. Whew.
Getting that one?
Almost.
Yeah, you are embarrassed that everyone's looking through your stuff. You just close your eyes, Baxter.
I'm so embarrassed.
Yes, Colonel Ketchup and Stelleto are kind of busy looking at the windows and around the walls. You see that as Harring is looking through the briefcase, Fransisca, you notice that there's something in his hand that seems to be hidden. And he seems to be doing something other than just searching. Do you do anything or you just watch?
I just watch.
Okay. You think, you're not sure, but you think he put something in the briefcase and then he closed it.
Are you all done looking at my stuff now, please?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yes. You, clockwork thing. Yes.
Yes?
You are a tinkerer, yes? Could you not have possibly tinkered something to kill the Baron?
I suppose possibly, but I'm not a very skilled tinkerer.
Yes, you could have fixed yourself if you would.
Well, hey, let's not dig on Fransisca. Like, parts are still needed, and she's saving up to get better parts. You know? You
Thank
can
you,
only
Mr.
do as
Harring.
well as with the skill, and you can see, obviously, with Fransisca's skill, they're doing quite well, keeping themselves together with the shitty parts that the master has given them.
Yes.
What
And
about you?
Me? I just want the money.
Right, but you would stand to gain some stuff from this, wouldn't you? Because you are the master's friend who went to war right? So you would know a lot of his vulnerabilities, wouldn't you?
Yes, I know him probably more intimately than anyone here. That is true. But I would have gained nothing to kill him. He owed me quite a debt for doing things for him, and I need the money. I would have just stolen stuff and ran.
Then why are you on the list?
I do not know.
Can we check your room, Colonel Ketchup?
By all means. And as you all walk to the room,
Mm-hmm.
and you all search his room. Everyone roll either investigation or perception in this room.
18.
15 for investigation.
10 for perception.
11 for investigation.
Okay. So the 18, let's see here. Yeah, so the 18 gets everyone is looking around for stuff. It is another normal room. There isn't much here. Besides, you do see a chest that is locked. He asks you to open it for him, and you do open it, and you see a few dueling swords
Cool.
that are in a chest, as well as some detailed notes about the adventures of this Colonel Ketchup.
Can we look through the detailed notes?
Yeah.
And see if it says anything about the uncle?
Yeah, it details a bunch of missions he went on him for your uncle a long time ago. Missions to get funding, missions to go and kill a dragon, to get a bunch of jewels to bring back. Missions, kind of like he was a hired adventurer and did a lot of stuff. Like he was like a soldier for the uncle, and he seemed to do a lot of brave things, but also not a lot of not great things as well.
Hmm.
A lot of not great things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it seems like if you had to do all those things for my uncle, then perhaps you would kill him because you felt like maybe you weren't even going to receive the money.
Honestly, if you told me that I would
That's
not.
a good point, actually. Yeah, I'm sure the master probably paid you out well then, right?
He paid me out well, but then I gained debts to people that I did not want debts to. And so I needed more when he promised me, and he did not deliver. Honestly, I would have killed him if he told me he would not give me the money, but I did not. Oh well.
Oh, well, you just admitted you were trying to kill him.
Wouldn't all of us would have liked to kill him?
Sort of,
Not
yeah.
me
I guess.
particularly. I would admit that seeing him dead would probably make me do a dance of jig in private, but probably not want to kill him.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for my school?
Was he, or was he not?
Well, he said he promised if Stelleto...
He promised me too, and he lied.
He promised me as well. I think we can all agree he was a
Wait, what did he
liar.
promise you, Stelleto?
Oh, that I'd be his only mistress, and that he'd leave me. He'd take care of me after he passed, and apparently he has a new mistress somewhere. So let's just admit that he is not the most trustworthy man.
Did he promise anybody else anything?
What
about
about
you,
you,
Baxter?
Matt? Oh, me? He just made fun of me.
So he didn't promise you anything. He just made fun of you.
Promised me pain and misfortune.
I mean, that's a promise, I guess, you know.
Yes.
And Fransisca, he said he'd fix your arm, right?
No, he said he'd never do anything for me ever.
See, he's a
Same boat
bastard.
robot.
All of us would want him dead. I think we all have motive. I think we need to figure out means
Yes, I think unless we figure out how he was... We all have ways to kill him. We need to figure out how he was killed, and that's how we narrow it down.
What if it isn't us? What if it's still the other courtesan? We need to go and find her. Let's go investigate around the place and see if we can find any clues of where the courtesan went.
Maybe. I think we should go back to the doctor and see if she's found anything. But
Let's split the party.
Yes, I would like to investigate what caused the power outage myself.
Oh, that's also true, yes.
That's pretty good. Let's split off. Who wants to split off with who? Okay, let's number off. Wait,
Okay, I will go and try to find the courtesan.
Okay.
That was my idea.
Okay.
I will go with the cat.
Yeah, actually, I'll go explore the power as well.
Okay, fine. I'll just go with the cat then. Whatever, you gang.
Okay, so it's me and Fransisca that's going to go and look for the courtesan.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone else is going to look for the power outage. All right. How do you want to split this, boss?
Yeah, so the courtesan group, where do you go look for the courtesan?
Okay, so Fransisca, we last saw her at the study with the master.
Yes.
So that would probably be the best places to start. The last place we saw her, right?
Yes.
We'll go to the study to see if we can find a clue of where they might have gone.
All right. Both of you roll investigation, or one of you roll with advantage.
A natural 20 minus 1.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, you see some blood drops when you walk through the hallway, and you go up and you enter a room that is a balcony on the top floor. You see a huge blood stain on the balcony, and as you peek over, you see a crumpled body of what you assume is Cherry Bomb.
And the fucking Warforged missed that?
He's not a good detective. He's got a gun.
Yeah, you see the Warforged like all over in the bushes, like looking at stuff like all over there, like completely not seeing the dead body on the floor.
Point out to him, hey.
Yeah.
What is it?
Bandit?
Yes.
Look over here.
The body.
What do you want?
Look at the body.
The body's down below.
Oh,
He stabbed someone up here and the body's down below.
do not touch anything.
Okay.
And he runs over to the body and starts like poking it.
Just kicking it around.
Yeah, you gain from this insight that maybe this wasn't programmed that well to be a good detective.
Now I'm worried if we find out who it is, that he's still going to shoot the wrong person.
Is there anything left behind in the area? Any clues or anything as to
You do
someone else
notice
here?
a fireplace that has been out and was lit recently in the corner.
Okay, can we go and check that out?
Yeah. Yeah, you check it out, and with that crit 20 roll, I'll give you that there are some little metallic pieces in this fireplace that seem to correspond with what the Stelleto was wearing earlier this morning.
Oh,
I think Stelleto found her, Mr. Harring.
oh shit. Okay, we got to keep this between us, and then wait, because we got to wait for the guy with the gun first. Because if it does turn out to be Miss Stelleto, after seeing that, fuck, I don't want to deal with her.
No.
So yeah, we'll go back down to find him. By the way, during this time, I'd like to talk to Fransisca real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, hey, Fransisca, I want to let you know, in case they do find out about the pilfering kind of thing, right? I snuck something in the dummy's bag.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
So if they talk about it, say that you saw him, putting it in his bag.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Harring?
Yeah.
You know that I want you to go to school, right? You know that I trust you.
Yeah, and I really, really appreciate it, because if I can go to school, then I can get some extra money, and then, we can work together.
Yes, would you tell me if you had done it?
If I had done it, I would have let you know ahead of time, because then I wouldn't have had you been here.
Okay.
Because you would have been my confidant.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to put you in any trouble.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to call me. No, no one else is around. You don't have to call me sir. Just call me Red.
Yes, Mr. Red.
Just Red.
Okay.
Thank you, Fransisca.
All right. We will move on to outside.
I don't think it could have been Fransisca. You're too goddamn nice. You're always too nice.
I know.
It's the robot.
Don't you say that, Baxter. It's never Hannah. It's never Hannah.
Baxter
Whoever
just
was
thought
too
that
nice.
to himself. He didn't say it out loud.
So the three of you go outside to the power room, and you see that there is a mini alarm spell around one of the holes, but there are many others that are around, and it seems like something might have broken into this power shed.
Can we roll investigation to see what it may be? Or
You can just look in there and see there's something crawling around.
Stelleto, would you like to look in there, or do you want me to look in there? I will look in there.
Yeah, you go ahead. I think you're the one.
Okay. Baxter puts his head into the hole.
Into the hole?
Wait, yeah, sure. Wait, that's where he's looking for, right?
And there's a shed with a bunch of holes
okay.
around it. You could look in the shed.
Baxter opens up the shed.
You can look in the hall too if you want to.
Baxter opens up the shed.
Okay. Stealthily, or you just open it up?
Yeah, I open it up stealthily.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll stealth. Roll stealth.
And stealth is Dex. Let's see. 16.
Cool. Yeah, you open it, and you see that there seems to be a giant rat in there, chewing on some cords that seems to have caused the power outage.
Hello. Can you speak?
It just hisses at you. It does not talk.
Stelleto, Colonel Ketchup, what should we do?
I don't think that's the murderer, but
You never know, yes?
well, it seems too convenient that a rat just happens to bite out the lights and then suddenly he's murdered. So was
Maybe
this a
they
murder?
are not connected then.
Oh, just convenient? Maybe.
Murder of convenience, yes? Lights go out, happenstance, and then murder.
Do you think Uncle just had a heart attack because he was old?
Yeah, we will see with the doctor, yes?
Yes, I think we have to go back to the doctor.
What should we do with this rat? It's really big.
Just leave it.
You want to kill it?
A little bit. I'm afraid of it.
Here, he hands you a sword. Go ahead, go kill
go
it.
ahead. Kill it.
Okay. Instead, I'm going to cast... Because I don't want to go near it, I'm going to cast Magic Stone on some stones nearby and throw them at the rat.
What does that do?
I can enchant up to 3, and it's 1d6 damage per each.
Okay, roll the hit with your stones, I guess.
Okay. Mine is 13. Do I hit it?
Do you hit it? What a question.
Do
Hold
I
on.
hit the rat?
That's a question the DM usually answers.
Hold for hitting rat.
Thank you, hold.
Yes, you hit it.
Okay. Nice. I'm gonna roll a d6. See what I get a 3. Can I throw the other 2 at it as well?
Yep, roll 2 more.
Okay, so that was a 6 and a 17.
6 doesn't hit, 17 hits.
Okay, nice. 5 damage overall. Is it dead?
Yeah, you throw one rock at the rat, and then it hisses and rushes towards you, trying to bite your neck. And then you throw another one, and it cracks its head open, and
Jesus.
blood and guts fall out.
Maybe we should go.
What did you expect to happen?
I don't know. I thought maybe there was something different.
There's something different inside it?
I didn't expect the rat skull to crack.
There's not candy in rats. It's blood and guts.
Okay.
Colonel Ketchup pats you on the shoulder. He's like, "You have never gone out in the world, have you?"
That's it. That's
It's
just
okay.
how Baxter responds.
That's okay. And they go back, and the robot gathers all of you and says, "The doctor has a diagnosis." And all of you are escorted into the dining room, where the doctor says to all of you, "Yes, I'm afraid he was poisoned by a very dangerous and mysterious drug called Midnight Tears. It is
What's Midnight Tears?
it is a poison that once you drink it, it kills you at midnight.
Wait.
Very effective.
So, like, it automatically goes off at the stroke of midnight.
Automatically goes off at midnight. He could have ingested it any time in the 24-hour span for it to go in effect.
And he knew someone was going to kill him at midnight.
I assume.
So, could he have taken it then? Because then he would know that it would go off at midnight.
Is this like
And
a
when he
suicide?
planned on it to do that.
I do not know. And the robot says, "No, I was not programmed to accept that as a conclusion."
So it's not a Knives Out scenario. I understand.
Wow, spoilers.
God damn.
Hey, it's way past the spoiler time for that.
And you do see the robot point out, "Well, besides spoilers, I also found something on the body of the dead mistress that I found dead thanks to my own perception."
Wow, good job.
Mm-hmm. He holds out a broken vial and says, "The mistress might have poisoned. There's a broken vial on her body."
Well, that solves it. Justice,
So the
justice has been
vial
served.
then has the poison in it.
My deductive reasonings tell me that someone told her to do so.
I would like to tell the rest of the group that Fransisca found something in the fireplace upstairs. We found a blood trail that led to a balcony that had blood that had the mistress underneath.
Please elaborate.
Tell him, Fransisca.
We found these in the fireplace. They look like pieces from the outfit Miss Mayfield was wearing earlier today.
This seems like proof that you might have killed the mistress. Did you, mistress?
There was an altercation, and unfortunately, I had to defend myself.
Mm, mm, mm-hmm. And why did this altercation happen?
Well, I confronted her about being a terrible, awful human being who was stealing my paramour, and she disagreed with that. And I suppose we had a little bit of a. We were both drinking, and I suppose things escalated as they do, and I killed her, and she attacked me.
So you admit that you've already committed murder tonight already?
I've done it a few times before this. This is not my first rodeo.
So you've committed murder more than now?
In the past. But I have not killed the Baron. I would never kill the Baron.
Oh, could it be that you told Miss Cherry Bomb to do so?
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not. I had
And
no
perhaps
idea.
the altercation was about your plan?
No, I was looking for her.
Yeah.
You, and I look at the machine lady. I came to you before and asked for your help in finding her. If I didn't know where she was, how could I have possibly instructed her in her ways?
How do I know you didn't have me on a wild goose chase all day?
Well, how do I know you didn't? You apparently met with her. Maybe you talked to her beforehand.
You met with Mistress before?
I fetched her a drink.
And
That's
how did
true.
she seem?
I did see that.
She seemed already drunk.
Then it could have been a drunken altercation. Yes. Yes, indeed.
But she admits that she murdered.
I mean, in the past, yeah. I'm a goblin.
You just did it.
In the past, an hour ago.
I have, hey, I'm a goblin. We eat our siblings. That's just what you do. There's nothing, weird.
That is weird. But I am not here to solve the murder of this mistress. I am here to solve the murder of the Baron.
Well, if he drank this and she was drinking with him before, shouldn't we go to where they were drinking and investigate that?
Ah, yes, his room where they did the dirty.
Okay, we don't need to go into the specifics of what was happening.
Where they did the dirty.
Everyone follow me. And he will go into the Baron's room. Does everyone follow?
Yeah.
Yes. I am shooting daggers at Fransisca, though, as I feel a deep sense of betrayal.
I'm not looking.
just murderous intent, but not murdering yet.
Yet.
Okay, I'm gonna notice that, and I'm gonna protect Fransisca from you. You leave Fransisca alone.
Cool. All of you head up. You see Horatio with his yarn wife as he pass.
Yeah.
And he kind of eyes you suspiciously and says, any updates?
No.
Can I investigate the yarn?
Yeah, you can investigate the yarn.
Oh my god. It was almost a 13 that it threw down and it was a 1.
It's beautiful yarn. It's a wonderful yarn.
We all really are bad at investigating this yarn.
The one
For
thing
all you know, it could be a living, breathing person. You've seen a lot of weird stuff. Like you can animate things with like touching them with your tools. So it's
this is true.
Who are you to judge?
Can I after we leave, can I peel off and confront Horatio?
Yeah, as everyone heads upstairs, you can stay behind and talk to him.
I'll say, Horatio, it's been a very stressful night. Do you want a drink?
Oh, yes. I normally don't drink with my wife because she's, abstinent, but...
How about we go to another room and have a drink?
I don't want to leave my wife around with the murderer present.
How about we lock the door behind us? I don't think anyone's going to get it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He goes with you.
Okay. I lead him to a parlor. get us both some stiff drinks. And I'll say, I've missed you a lot, Horatio. It's been hard with just a bear. You know how he is.
Yeah, well, he's dead now.
He is dead now. I don't suppose it'll be hard for me after this with, without the support of the bear, and I don't know what I'll do.
Yeah. He never liked me for marrying the Stringy, so, not the biggest loss, but still, hopefully I get part of that will if someone solves the murder.
Yeah, someone solving the murder. If you do, you wouldn't possibly be interested. Do you have an open position for Mistress?
Oh. I'd have to talk to Stringy about it.
Oh, Stringy knows the courtly game. I'm sure she...
Yeah, I just want her approval if, it was going to be a regular thing.
Of course. Do you expect to get part of the will?
Honestly, no. I'm a huge disappointment to him, and I don't think he was ever going to give me that will, no matter what happened.
You do realize if the person isn't found, you die tonight, correct?
Yeah, that sucks.
So I assume it wasn't you then, if we're having this conversation.
No, was it you?
It wasn't me. However, we have found out that he was poisoned. Do you have any idea?
Yeah. There's a bunch of servants that are a little shifty that I know he was complaining about possibly stealing his stuff.
Do you know if he kept midnight poison on him? Is he
That's something the Assassin Guild would probably get.
Do you know if he had any contacts with the Assassin Guild?
I think to remember one servant was one.
Oh, really? Do you happen to know what they look like or their names?
It's the dwarf, the fattiest whatever his name was.
Okay. Thank you. Enjoy your drink, Horatio.
Okay. You don't want to do a quickie real quick?
I got to go make sure I don't die by gunfire.
No, that makes sense.
But put a pin in that.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, and we'll get back. I want to go look. I want to go look for the dwarf.
Okay. Yeah. He's in his living quarters because he was told to go back there in the servants' area.
Is he just relaxing?
Yeah. The door's closed, so you can knock on it.
Can I slip in undetected?
Make a stealth roll.
That's a 2 plus 5, 7.
Yeah, you open the door and he just looks right at you.
Oh, sorry, I was looking for a place to sleep. I didn't realize it was occupied.
No problem, Mistress. This is my room.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare bed where I could relax a bit?
I think there are literally hundreds of beds in this manor.
But your bed looks so comfortable. You mind if I join you?
Do you want something?
I am, just lonely right now, and I thought maybe your company could be appreciated.
Make a advantage persuasion.
First one's 13. Second one is 17. So that's 16. I get a -1.
Cool. So this guy was neutral towards you and now is more friendly towards you. As he says, hey, we might all be murdered tomorrow. So, hey, whatever.
Yeah, I know. That would be terrible to be murdered, don't you think?
Oh, hey, but if I get to have something with the Baron's mistress, huh?
Oh, yeah. Can you turn around briefly? I'm a little shy taking everything off.
Sure. Just real quick. He turns around.
Just real quick. I pull out my dagger, go up behind him, pull it to his throat, and say, now let's have a conversation.
And we'll cut away from there. As that is happening. Everyone is upstairs, about to enter the Baron's room. As everyone enters the room, it is obviously everyone that Stelleto is not there with y'all. And anyone who wants to make an investigation roll can make one in this room.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be worried because the one that we know who has murdered already tonight has disappeared.
Natty
I'm going to give it
20, baby.
advantage to send.
Natty 20. Okay. You see there's a drawer by his bedside that opens up to a small little journal. And you read a passage that states that he is very excited for his new Mrs. Cherry Bomb, much better and younger and nicer than Stelleto. Unfortunately, she's got to go. She's out of the will. She's way better. She even fetches me drinks in the morning, which was so nice of her. I think she might have poured a little something extra in it because it really vivified me. It made me go a lot longer than I normally would, which was like an extra minute. So, yeah, it's very descriptive. And
that's one more minute than usual. Okay.
And he and then it describes tonight is going to be an interesting night. If someone really does murder me, I have fail-safes in place.
Fail-safes in place? Can we investigate further of what those fail-safes are?
You assume it's the robot. Detective robot investigating, making sure.
I was like, maybe that magic eye thing I came up with earlier, you'd already done.
No. But that is the evidence of that in his room. And he turns and says, do you two know where this mistress was staying?
Cherry Bomb?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know?
Yeah, you do know.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah, the master told me that she was staying in this place here.
Well, yeah, all of you head over to that place, and that is where you initially saw her peek her head out, Fransisca. And they opened and it is locked. He blows up the door with his giant cannon hand, and this walks through. Do not disturb the evidence. As he.
By the way, where is Little Miss Murder herself? She's gone. Little Miss Murder's gone.
So.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to find Little Miss Murder.
I
don't know if anyone's coming with me. I'm gonna go find her.
Does anyone go with?
I'm gonna investigate this room.
I'm going to investigate this room as well.
Okay, everyone else investigates the room, and you head down to go search for her. Make an investigation roll to search everyone's own investigation for this murder investigation.
Yeah, well, I'm a wizard, so I gotta do investigation. It's my highest one. 17.
Cool. You go around downstairs. You see Horatio weirdly unraveling some of the yarn and like tying it around him in a sort of sensual fashion.
I'm gonna cast my illusion to have the yarn tell him stop that.
He's like he is freaked out. But when he calms down, he tells you where Stelleto went, because so you know where she is.
Okay, I'm gonna head in that direction now.
Okay. We'll cut over to Stelleto. You have the knife to the throat. What do you want to say?
All right. You worked for the Assassin's Guild at one time, yes?
Yeah.
Have you procured any poison for the Baron?
Look, just because I'm a dwarf that works for the Assassin's Guild,
I pull the knife closer to his throat and say, answer questions. Don't talk.
Roll an advantage intimidation.
Cool. So that was 17.
Okay. Yeah, it's really sticking in his throat. He's like, I don't want to die for this stupid shit. Okay, I got it for someone.
Who?
God, I don't want to rat him out.
Rat him out and you survive. Don't and you die.
I don't know. He's a dangerous one.
Tell me, and I pull it closer.
As you pull it closer, you hear the footsteps behind you of Red Harring appear in the doorway.
Say his name, I scream.
What the fuck are you doing?
Red Harring.
I'm gonna just yell out to everybody. Hey, she's trying to do it again.
You, I pointed at him. You are the killer.
How am I the killer? You're trying to kill him.
You, this man got poison for you.
He's rubbing his throat on the floor. She forced me to say it.
He admitted to it.
Say it. I didn't do it. You killed him. He would have said anything because you had a knife to his throat.
I grab the dwarf and I say, let's bring it to the inspector and see what he has to say.
The dwarf will fight you. Make
Right.
a contested athletics roll.
I'm a surprisingly healthy... Hold on. That is almost a nat 20 plus 25.
Yeah.
My expertise is in athletics.
Wow.
Because I want to be like, okay, I'm a vigorous courtesan, so I have my
right.
Yeah, I know.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, he tries to put your hands over his back, over your back, and like hold you down. But you do a little flip over him, and then like do the reverse and like pin his arms behind him, and now you can totally control where he goes as he's standing up.
I say, all right, let's see what the inspector has to say. And I bring him to the robot.
Look, I'm not gonna let you murder another person. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna say, question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think at some point I would have been able to steal a diamond worth 50 GP
For what?
chromatic orb?
Sure. You stole it
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot.
gonna cast chromatic orb at you.
Okay, I don't know what that does. So
All right. Is it a roll to hit?
It is a ranged attack spell.
all
Okay.
right,
Roll the hit. Roll the hit. I'll say you get some partial cover because you have the dwarf in front of you.
14 plus 2 is 16.
So what does partial cover do?
Oh God, was it +2 to AC?
If it's +2, I have 18.
Yeah, you have half cover, so it's +2 to AC.
So it misses. I have 18.
So I'm gonna say, what die damage does that do?
It's 3d8 of on my choice, and I'll do acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, thunder. I'll do thunder damage.
Wow. Okay. So basically, what happens, Stelleto, is you hold out the dwarf in front of you. You cast chromatic orb, and instead of hitting her, it hits the dwarf. And it's just a huge thunderous shout that rattles the whole building. So everybody hears this magic being casted. And you don't roll damage, it just immediately murders the dwarf.
Can I immediately do medicine on him? Is it to the point where I can't stabilize him at all?
You could stabilize him. It depends what Stelleto does when he falls unconscious and starts bleeding from like the eyes and ears.
I will also I'll try to stabilize him as well.
Oh, now you're gonna take my idea now?
I wasn't trying to kill him.
You obviously were trying to kill him.
I
You
will.
fucking took your knife to him. You were fucking gonna kill him.
I will. Yeah, I'll try and save him. I want him alive.
So both of you roll medicine then.
Okay.
As the upstairs, the robot hears. Do you think that was something?
I'll scream. Yeah, that was something.
I got a 15.
Can I use my thing to give him an advantage?
15 works. He's stable.
I only have a +1, so.
And the robot, along with everyone else, I assume, run downstairs toward this blast. He is stable but unconscious. You rip up some clothing and heal his bandages, but it seems like there's some internal bleeding in there.
Can I look up at Red and say, look me in the eye and tell me if you killed him?
I didn't kill him.
Then why did you get poison from this man?
What are you talking about poison, man? I haven't gotten any poison.
Roll an insight.
And obviously we're trying to save his ass right now.
Roll an insight, Stelleto, and then Red Hair, roll the corresponding persuasion or deception for what the truth is for your skill.
19.
15 plus 1 is 16.
16. You can't get a read on him. You can't tell if he's lying or telling the truth.
I'll say this doesn't have to end poorly for either of us. The enemy isn't us. The enemy is the robot. This doesn't have to end poorly for anyone. It doesn't have to end poorly for Fransisca, for you, for me, for this.
Don't you bring up
dwarf.
Fransisca.
For this stupid little dwarf. There's one enemy here, and that's the Baron, who was a bastard, and his bastard creation is going to come down, and we're not sure is he going to kill all of us. So look at me. I don't care if you killed him. He was a piece of shit and he deserved to die far before this. What I want to know is how we get out of the situation alive.
Okay, this is what we got to do. All right. I don't know if you did it. Somebody obviously killed him. The best thing to do is that we got to say that she killed him and then you killed her because you found out that she killed him. That would give you the reason of self-defense because she killed the master, who was your man, and then thus that would be the reason that you were defending him because and stabbing her.
I'll think for a second. I'll say, I think putting the blame on her is the best idea. Now, I can't prove it, but I'm sure as shit you still did this. But it doesn't matter. Who cares? The Baron was a piece of shit. He deserved to die. All right. Cherry's dead. Let's. You can't dishonor a corpse. So let's finish this stupid charade.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear the trudging down the hallway as everyone runs up and sees the unconscious dwarf. The robot says, "What happened?"
This dwarf sold the poison to Cherry Bomb.
So Cherry Bomb did it?
Yes.
It looks as if so. And when confronted with by Stelleto, attacked, and I stumbled in on that exact same point. I then cast a spell to protect my master's courtesan, and he is dead.
Red Herring saved my life, and I'll give him a good. I'm not. He's like 2 times my height, so I'm like patting his thigh. But I do give you.
I will smile begrudgingly in agreement. Yes.
All right, I will take the dwarf to the doctor to get healed so we can get a full confession. And he picks up the dwarf with like one hand and begins to walk back to the area, and all of you are left alone.
Can I? I'll say. I think all 5 of us should meet in a room together and talk this out.
Yeah, there's a room right next to you that's open. It's a dwarf's room.
Okay.
I'd like to bring everyone inside.
Okay.
And lock the door and say, all right, one of us here probably murdered him. At this point, I don't care. At this point, we all know he deserved it. We've got a bigger pack to deal with, and that's that robot. That's every bastard in this building. So who did it? No one said, okay, well, how are we going to get rid of the robot? Eventually, that guy's going to wake up, and he's going to say something.
What will he say?
Well, I'm hoping we can convince him to say Cherry Bomb did it.
Is that not the truth?
It's the truth to me.
But is that what the dwarf will say?
If we can convince him and somehow get him some alone time, hopefully, yes.
But what is the truth?
Who cares about the truth?
I care.
Why?
Yeah, it is something that is interesting. It's like intriguing, no?
Is what's more interesting, the truth or whatever in that will?
Yeah. But should not the person who did it, got us all into this mess, pay for the crime?
I mean, I don't care. I want the money. We're all guilty here. Everyone's guilty in this world. You're all sinners. You're all bad. We're all done something bad in our lives.
Well, not Fransisca.
No, of course, Pierre. But
not me.
I don't know. I think you're the biggest sinner of us all. There's something wrong with you. You're going to find like 15 dead bodies in your storage closet someday.
But all dead rats.
What's like 3 short from what you've already killed tonight already?
Yes.
So what is the plan then? How do we not die?
Well, I'm open to suggestions. I think maybe just killing the robot or somehow convincing him that Cherry Bomb did it.
I go with number 2. Let's not kill anybody.
Why not just wait out until the dwarf gives a confession?
Well, the problem is he's surrounded by a bunch of people now, so we can't. So, you know.
But who will the dwarf say if we do not talk to him first? What will he say?
Yeah, what will it say?
I think. I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Well, maybe we just wait for the dwarf to say then.
I agree. Except I would like to go, but there's no other choice.
Well, maybe. I suppose everyone has to make their own decision now. And I'll give Red Herring a look.
Yes. I definitely think that we should probably go ahead and just get this night over with. I say we already know who killed him. Cherry Bomb was found with the poison on him. Whoever Cherry Bomb was in league with, they've gotten away with it. Unless any of us can figure anything else out.
Agreed.
And to what his Will had said, it was the person who killed him, not the person who paid Cherry Bomb to kill him. So with any of us, technically, if one of us was the ones who had gotten with Miss Cherry Bomb to pay her off to do it, then it doesn't matter by what the rule of law of whatever that demon said. It was whoever killed him, and we have proof from that actual robot that it was Cherry Bomb.
That seems fair.
Yes, and
the devil's in the details, they say, and I think a devil will appreciate that.
Then we just wait until the robot makes the conclusion.
Perhaps.
I agree.
Okay. As everyone walk back to the dining room
Yeah.
Yeah.
and wait. Okay. The robot is interrogating the Thaddeus, the dwarf, for a couple hours. It is almost sunrise now. You've realized you've been up for quite some time. You all sit in a room together. You hear some weird moaning from the other side, where Horatio is doing something weird with his yarn. You don't know.
I'm glad someone's having a good night tonight.
Yes, somebody is. You see Grandma Gugu's in the corner. She's been staying in the same place the whole time.
Maybe she
Not
killed
moving.
him. Maybe she did it.
Is this going to be like a usual suspects deal?
It's always the Grandma Gugu.
As soon as we turn away, Grandma Gugu turns around, wipes off her lip, does a sweep out the door.
Gets like a good shake, does a few jumping jacks and walks away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. After that, right before sunrise, they call everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor, the lawyer, Thaddeus is there, Grandma Gugu, the detective who done it, Horatio, and a little bit wet and sticky yarn is now all in this room together. The fireplace is lit. The robot who done pacing back and forth. I think I have made a conclusion. Sorry, that's not his voice. That's the other guy's voice.
It's hard to do.
It was
I
ketchup.
don't know. And I was like, I don't know. The robot says, I think I have made a conclusion on who did it. But according to my protocols, I must go through every suspect and rule them out one by one in order to get to the end. So please bear with me. I must do this.
Wow, it's so dramatic. I love it.
So we have had a menagerie of suspects in this house tonight. The scorned mistress, the mistreated servant, the weird nephew.
That's weird, nephew.
The unpaid colonel friend.
The unpaid colonel friend. The weird son, I guess. Also, weird family. And the suspicious butler. I have been talking, and it seems that there have been motives for everyone. Especially the mistress, who wanted back in the will and was willing to kill somebody to get it. But unfortunately, that was not the Baron. I have determined you would not have killed her if you had used her for murder in such an obvious way. It would implicate you too much. And then we go to the son. He just made fun of you. Maybe you snapped. Maybe you paired one of your tinkering tools and just threw it in the middle of the blackout. But I found no evidence of such things. And honestly, you're very stupid, so that would not have worked. Fransisca, the scorned servant. I have talked to some of the other servants and found evidence in the servants' quarters of pilfering. What do you have to say to that?
I maybe took some things by accident when I was doing odd jobs.
Accident. And you put it all in the servants' quarters, yes?
If I did, I didn't mean to.
You are not as innocent as you sound, robot. Inferior robot. But stealing and pilfering does not make a murderer. So I assume you could tinker a contraption or two, make it so that it stopped his heart. but I found no evidence of this either. And that brings us to Weird Son, not even a suspect. No, not him. Too weird. That brings us to the cat person that is not the son and not the nephew. That is him. Good old Colonel Ketchup. I have found documents stating that you were in quite a deal of debt and you needed money quickly, which your old friend failed to give you. Enough for murder. But you're good with swords, not poison. You had no connections to the Assassin's Guild. Unlike Mr. Red Herring. Mr. Red Herring had connections with Cherry Bomb, with the dwarf that I interrogated, could have easily convinced her to put the poison in, easily could have not even arranged, but possibly have perhaps with happenstance, at least some giant rats to take out the power. But you didn't even need to do that. You just had to wait till midnight. Because I have delved deep into your history, Mr. Red Herring. You were not always a butler. You were part of a dragon army. You were the son of a large dragon that was slain by Colonel Ketchup, who was hired by the Baron. Your mother was slain by the Baron, and you covered your tracks so well to try and make sure that you snuck in here, started a little stealing operation to fund the purchase of this poison, and used it to kill the Baron. What do you have to say for yourself, Red Herring?
Not true.
No?
Well, if I had done all of that, like you had said, then I probably would have, in essence, stolen off of more people, and I probably would have cut off more loose ties. You know? It would have been me who would have killed Cherry Bomb. It would have been me who would have murdered off the dwarf. But I saved the dwarf from dying.
You did. And all I have is his confession. He said it was you. All of it was you.
Well, shit, you caught me.
I am gonna take the little wind-up mouse out of my chest compartment, and I'm gonna say, I might have some proof. I might have something that's useful, and I'm gonna wind it up and point it on the ground towards the robot inspector, and let it go.
What proof is this?
Just wait, you'll see.
Okay, he bends down and looks at it, and it swirls and it moves forward a little bit, and eventually it stops, and then it shoots out a thunderous shock to this golem, and it shocks him, and he falls to the ground, smoking a bit, and the thing disappears.
Holy shit.
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
I wasn't looking.
I don't know, is he dead?
He's twitching, and Colonel Ketchup says, "Everyone, fucking stab him!"
All right,
I stabbed.
Yeah, everyone gets swords and just starts immediately.
Yeah, let's do this. Now we're all murderers tonight.
Ripping out gears, like savagery, destroying the head, getting out the heart.
Doesn't
destroying
this
the
feel
core.
good, guys? Don't you enjoy this?
This
Oh, I
is the
really-
best than I've ever felt.
Exactly.
And then
wonderful.
you hear it say, "Justice, justice, justice." and you see it get totally destroyed as the lawyer, Gugu, and the doctor all just stare at all of you.
Well, you know what justice means. Keep this between just us.
Wow, that was genuinely good. I'm impressed.
It's very fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good job, Baxter.
The lawyer's like, I don't really know what to do with the will now.
I'm just going to say, look, the will stated we had to find out who killed him, not who paid Cherry to kill him. Cherry obviously killed him. Whoever else doesn't fucking matter. Technically, all 5 of us figured that out, so we all get a part of the will.
Also, does it say that he has to be punished who killed him?
He looks through the will. Oh, shit, no.
Okay, well, Red Harring killed him. Who cares? Let's all get some money. Yeah!
Hooray! Money.
I just want my father's gold and then I'm gone.
Sure. I'm not getting paid to fucking deal with this anymore, so. Yeah, everyone gets for it.
Pilf for the dead detective for parts.
Yeah, you get some real nice parts that you think you can make you look real nice. Yes. The Ketchup asks you, Baxter, are you finally ready to look at yourself in a mirror now? After you've murdered a robot and protected another murderer, but got lots of money from a will?
Yes.
You're a man now, Baxter. You can handle it.
Okay, he brings you in front of a mirror and has you look at it.
I like that there are 2 cats in that picture.
No, that's us in a mirror.
What a beautiful picture you've made.
All right, I'm done. I am done. I am done.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yes, Horatio comes in and says, "Yay! I talked it over with Stringy, and yeah, we're down to have a polygamous relationship."
Great. I assume you're getting the majority of the will.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's great.
And Grandma Gugu just crawls up to you on all fours and said, "Yay!"
Oh, Grandma Gugu, I love you. And I wipe the spittle from her mouth as I purr.
And we'll say that's the end of the one shot.
What a happy ending.
Hello, this is Kendall, the Dungeon Master for One Shot, One Dungeon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. We really appreciate the support because we are a new channel. Please let us know if you want more stuff like this, and if you ask for it, we will try and get it to you. Again, thank you so much for listening, and please, please, please tell your friends if you want this channel to grow and us to create more one-shots for you. Appreciate it. No, I could do it.